Good morning, wet shavers and podcast lovers everywhere. It's Mark with GeorgeTune.com. It's time for another second cup. So grab a cup of coffee, kick back, relax, put in your earbuds, adjust your speaker volume, and let's talk some wet shaving and a few other things in podcast form. In case you didn't know, Second Cup is a podcast that will give you some additional information that didn't make the Monday morning mailbag deadline. This might be something that is time sensitive. For instance, a sale that could be ending before the next 3MB airs, or a piece of late-breaking information that viewers have passed along that is equally time sensitive, or something else regarding the wet shaving world that needs to be broadcast in a timely fashion. And we'll also have some time to chit-chat and discuss some other things like coffee, movies, streaming shows, and books, that sort of thing. So thanks for tuning in to Second Cup, and I hope you subscribe to the podcast where you can also find episodes of the Monday Morning Mailbag in podcast form. I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me. We'll get the show underway in just a moment. Thanks for joining me. Well, good morning again, and welcome to the November 28th, 2022 episode of Second Cup. Wow, 2022 coming to a close. We're in the Christmas season. It's Cyber Monday. You got another chance to get online and get that special Christmas gift or that special wet shaving item for the wet shaver in your life. I just can't believe 2022 is coming to a close. 2023 right around the corner. Before you know it, we'll be talking about New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. Wow, 2023. Where did the time go? My goodness. Well, anyhow, I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. I've got Trader Joe's gingerbread coffee. I got this from my nieces Kelly and Bryn. Thank you very much, ladies. It is really a terrific cup of coffee, and I'm using my Starbucks Been There coffee mug, courtesy of viewer and listener Beth Jones. Thank you again very much, Beth. Beth also has a special review of a special razor we're going to be talking about on today's Second Cup episode. So my thanks to her. As I mentioned, it is Cyber Monday. I just quickly took a glance at some of the sales while putting this podcast together to air on Cyber Monday morning, and I came across a few that I wanted to share with you, and I'll have links to those. The first one that came up was Bic Metal Men's Disposable Shaving Razors. These are single blade, a 30 count. You get 6 packs of 5 razors. They're ordinarily $17.72. You're saving $7.33. Sale price is $10.39. Now, I know that the traditional wet shave, we're trying to get away from plastic and disposable razors, but sometimes you need a good razor to throw in your DOP kit to take with you in your carry-on whenever you fly out of town. And this might be a very, very good solution. As I say, you get 30 of them for only just a little over $7. So if you're looking for a good razor, and I've talked to I've not talked to them, but I've heard from other wet shavers out there who have said that these Bic disposable razors, the Metal Men's disposable shaving razors, are very, very good. So if you're in a pinch and you need a single-bladed, single-edge razor to take with you in your DOP kit, in your carry-on, this might be a very, very good solution. I'll link it below. Also, we have the Premium Omni Shaver in black. You've seen me review this. This is great for head shaves. They advertise it as being the fastest way to shave your head, legs, arms, body, an alternative to disposable shaving razors. It self-cleans and strops during use. It has a durable blade. It's bi-directional. Check out my review. You can shave your head in under 5 minutes. It really is very, very remarkable. And it's one of the other types of wet shaving gear I use when shaving my head. Now, I've said on many a Monday morning mailbag and also Second Cup podcast that the Supply single edge injector razor is quickly becoming my go-to for my head shaves, and it is. This morning I did use the Supply razor in the shower to shave my head, and it did an absolutely spectacular job. The Omni Shaver is another really, really good option. and because it's bi-directional, and you just slather on some of their super slick shaving cream or super slick shaving cream of your choice and just go back and forth, and my gosh, it's done. But anyhow, this is on sale right now. It's 50% off. Ordinarily, it's about $22, $23. It's $11.49. So that's a Cyber Monday special that I want to pass along to you. Really, really very, very good. And don't forget the Cyber Monday specials going on at Supply. Supply still has their Black Friday, November Black Friday sale going on right up to Cyber Monday today. So they have some great, great Supply shaving gear, the single edge injector razor, their Supply Pro adjustable single edge injector razor on sale. They also have shaving kits that are available on sale, so check that all out. So there's just a few leads regarding some of the Cyber Monday sales that are going on right now, and I'll be checking in throughout the day on Amazon and some other online retailers, and if I come across anything of interest, I will definitely be tweeting those out. So you might want to check me out on Twitter. I'll have the Twitter link below. So happy Cyber Monday to everybody. Now, as we mentioned earlier, viewer and listener Beth Jones has passed along a very good review on a very, very special razor. That razor is the Blackland Dart. Now, you may recall we talked about the Blackland Dart in a previous Monday morning mailbag, and here's what they said on their page. The Dart is back for now. This fan favorite was made from 2019 to early 2021 and has only grown in popularity since being discontinued. So after receiving countless requests to make it again, we're bringing the Dart back one last time. To commemorate this final batch of darts, every razor will include an inkwell stand. Both the razor and stand feature matching serial numbers unique to your order. This batch of darts is limited to fewer than 150 sets, and it's expected to be the last we'll ever make. Get a piece of Blackland history while you can. Now, this is 100% made in the USA, fully CNC machined. It includes 5 Persona Lab Blue blades that are also made in the USA. These are the blades that are wrapped in white wrapping paper. It's guaranteed for life. It includes the inkwell stand. It weighs about 99 grams. It's made from billet 303 stainless steel. It comes in 2 finishes, a machine finish or a highly polished finish. Has the individual serial numbers as they mentioned. And it uses the standard double-edged razor blades, and it's a limited edition. So once the 150 are gone, they're gone. And I just checked on their page because I'm reading it off their page, and it's completely sold out. Now, I went ahead and I took the plunge as well because Beth was saying she was going to get one, and Mark, you should check it out. And I decided, okay, I'll get one. And I happen to have serial number 136. I'm holding it in my hand right now. I got the machine finish, as did Beth. And it really is a beautiful, beautiful, strikingly good-looking razor. Now let's get right to her review and see what she has to say about it. Now, she starts out by giving us the performance ratings of the Dart razor that were obtained from Blackland's own website. They're saying it's an efficiency of 8 out of 10. The blade feel is 7 out of 10. The weight is 7 out of 10, 99 grams. That's 3.49 ounces. The smoothness is 7.5 out of 10. Here's what Beth has to say. Upon unboxing, my first impression of the Dart razor was one of wow. This is a very high quality, solid, and well-made razor. Feels well balanced in the hand with some heft to it. So you really do need to let the razor do all the work. Nice knurling on the handle. Handle seems a little short, in my humble opinion, but the handle length is also one of the things that makes the Dart so maneuverable. The top cap employs the 3-tab design with the middle tab being slightly taller and has a concave curve, and the base plate has a convex curve, which results in a very tight fitting of the top cap and base plate and a very tight clamping and torquing of the blade with minimal blade exposure and gap. Blade balance and alignment are both precise. First shave. I used Executive Shaving Citrus Kiss Shave Cream and a Gillette Platinum Swede blade. For the first pass, I used the buffer ring that accompanied the razor. The shave was not as smooth and comfortable as I had hoped, but efficient, and I also noticed more blade feel than I expected. For the second pass, I removed the buffer ring mainly because I wanted to see how this affected the razor's performance and blade feel. Shave was smoother with less blade feel. Soap and hair evacuation was efficient due to the large drainage slots in the base plate. I made 2 full passes and a cleanup. Overall, a close but less than comfortable shave for me, but your mileage may vary. The second shave, I used Heritage Hill Midnight Ride Shave Soap and the Persona Comfort Coated Razor Blade, not the Persona blades included with the razor. I experienced a more efficient and comfortable shave, and I believe this can be attributed to 1, use of a different blade, 2, use of a different shave soap, and 3, improved familiarity using the razor. Even with the different variables, I still needed 2 passes and a cleanup. The Dart razor, just like any razor in my limited experience, possesses a sweet spot, and once the shaver has found it, the Dart performs quite well. As to the performance chart stated above, I would consider it to be pretty darn dead on, true, accurate, and correct, and the user can confidently rely upon the information as stated on Blackland's website. Hey, great review, Beth. Thank you very, very much. Let me contrast and compare with my experiences of 2 shaves with this Dart razor. I found it to have a lot of blade feel. I agree with Beth on that. A lot of blade feel. As far as a sweet spot, not so much a sweet spot for me as in an alteration of my technique with this razor. We had this discussion in the Monday morning mailbag just this morning about do you alter your technique or does your skin become accustomed to different safety razors that you use? And yeah, this is a very, very good example of that alteration in technique. This razor has much more blade feel than, say, the Carve Overlander or the Aylesworth Dracant. And for me, I found myself lightening up on the touch. Maybe this can be referred to as finding the sweet spot in some ways. I don't disagree with Beth. I do think that there is a sweet spot, but I think the way I'm defining the sweet spot is I'm lightening up a little more on the touch when I use this razor. She is absolutely correct in saying that you should let this razor do all the work, and it certainly does. Now, I think what I'm going to have to do is look for another blade that might pair up with this and smooth out that blade edge just a little bit. I'm going to be looking at maybe using the Gillette Swede Platinum blades, the Phoenix Shaving Strangelet blades, something like that, where that blade has a little more softness to the edge, and I think that might tame the Dart razor a little bit for me. But I will say this, I had about a day and a half's worth of beard growth, and I did shoot that video review of a day and a half worth of beard growth, and I got a 2-pass BBS shave, no kidding. I mean, it was very, very close and efficient. The smoothness, well, I guess it's as smooth as you can be with the positive blade feel that it has. I am used to razors that have a little more milder, smoother feel to them. Again, the Aylesworth Dracant, the Carve Overlander, boy, those really do have a nice, smooth feel to that. To them. This has a nice smooth feel, but it has a lot of positive blade feel. Does that make any sense? Anyhow, I'm really enjoying using this razor. I happen to remark that I don't think this is a razor I will use for a head shave. I guess that'll gauge the level of aggressiveness if you're wondering how aggressive the razor is. I'll use it for a face shave. I don't think I'll use it for a head shave. I think if I get to the very, very crown top of my head, this might end up nicking me a little bit because of that positive blade feel. That's just a guess. I don't know, maybe down the road I might give it a go. We'll see. But it is a very, very, very good razor, and it does give a very, very efficient shave. Their efficiency rating of 8 out of 10 is very good. That's spot on. The blade feel of 7 out of 10, that is spot on. Smoothness, 7.5 out of 10. You know what? I think I don't know if that's going, I don't know if 7 out of 10 means it's less smooth or 7 out of 10 means it's more smooth. I don't know. For me, I think it could be smoother. Again, that might have to do with the blade. The Filoso blade that I use has a little bit of growl to it, and the Persona blades that they included also have a little bit of edge to them too. Now, I believe on the first shave, I did use the buffer ring. On the second shave, I took the buffer ring out. And I think, as Beth noted, that makes a difference. It really does. So I don't think I'll be using the buffer ring with the Dart razor down the road. I also think that the buffer ring, like the Era that I had purchased from Blackland, is there for shipping purposes so that the handle and the base plate don't mar one another during shipping. You have that buffer ring there to kind of protect that because they are assembled when they're shipped. But yeah, it's a terrific, terrific razor. The inkwell stand is very nice. 303 stainless steel. It's going to last a lifetime. This is something that you can hand down to your heirs. They only made 150 of them, so they're sold out now. But if you see one online and you have a more demanding beard and you're looking for a razor that has high efficiency and will give you a good close shave, snap it up. This really is a very well-made razor, and it really delivers a close shave. I would say, let me gauge the aggressiveness and efficiency this way. 1 day's worth of beard growth, this is definitely a 2-pass razor. Whereas some other milder razors, I would need 2 passes and a touch-up, maybe even 3 passes. And I don't mind that at all because I enjoy the process. So that's kind of where I'm at with this razor. Again, I think Beth is right. I'm going to have to become more familiar with this razor. It's going to take more than 2 shaves for me to really find that sweet spot, find that proper technique to really make this razor sing, and possibly pair it up with a blade that has a nice sharp yet softer edge to it, so to speak. That's why I'm going to look to the Gillette Platinum Swede to see if that will bring about that kind of shave. But I think Beth's opinions and remarks and review of this razor are absolutely spot on. My experiences with this razor and hers are very, very much in step. And it really is a terrific razor. I'm glad I got one. I got serial number 136. And again, if you missed out, well, if you find one online, snap it up. If someone buys it, if someone bought it and found that it was too aggressive for them and is going to sell it, you know what? Snap it up, especially if you have a more demanding beard. Also, maybe talking about it and online discussions and that sort of thing, maybe it'll go viral and it will maybe encourage Blackland to do another run of these Dart razors because these are really, really terrific. It's a terrific, terrific razor. I enjoyed using it. It just has more blade feel, a little more aggression than I'm used to. I have to alter my technique a little bit, but I think that will come in time and it'll probably will develop into a razor that I'll end up reaching for. It really is a nice razor. And as Beth noted, very, very solid, very, very well made, precisely CNC machined, no doubt about it. And it's got a great look to it. We'll be talking about it more and sharing this review again on the next Monday morning mailbag. So my thanks to Beth Jones for really writing up a very, very good review of the Blackland Dart razor. Thanks again, Beth. Really do appreciate it. Viewer Tim Whitcup checked in and he wrote, "Hey Mark, I sent Vikings Blade an email asking them why their prices are so much lower on Amazon. This is their response. Now, Tim is referring to the pricing he's seen on Vikings Blade's own website. That would be vikingsblade.com. The prices for their razors up there are higher than what you see on Amazon currently. And here is their response. Hi, Tim. Thank you for your email. I believe Amazon is trying to clear their stock from older batches, hence the lower prices. Plus, products on Amazon have a 30-day warranty period, whereas we extend ours to 1 year. Thank you, Tim. Lars of Vikings Blade. So there you go, folks. That's why the prices on Amazon are lower. They have an inventory of Vikings Blade razors that they're trying to move, and what better time to move them than during the holiday season? So you'll probably get a really good price on an adjustable razor like the Emperor or the Crusader, the Emperor Meiji, even the Godfather Stonehenge, and some of the Chieftain razors are on sale. I think the Chieftain Junior might still be on sale. I've seen some great prices on the Chieftain and the Chieftain Junior and their adjustable razors across the board. So this might be a great time to get a Vikings Blade safety razor, whether it's a traditional safety razor, twist open safety razor, or one of their adjustable safety razors. I love the Vikings Blade safety razors. They're absolutely wonderful. They're very, very well made. And now it appears they're priced to move. So you might want to take advantage of that. So thanks to Tim Whitcup for the heads up on this. Tim, really, really do appreciate it. Viewer Mark Bagwell sent along this piece of information. Very surprising, too. I never knew this. Neither did Mark. And he wrote, I just discovered Mueller shaving brushes have screw-in knots. Don't know if it's all models, but you would think Mueller would do a better job of explaining their brushes. I never knew this. I went up to their website and I did see some brush models with screw-in knots. Now, the way I discovered it was mousing over some of the thumbnail pictures on their website would trigger a second view of that shaving brush, and you would see the second view showed how the knot screws into the handle. How about that? And there are certain models that have screw-in knots and some that don't, according to what Mark is saying. He said, I know because I found the replacement knots. They make some cheaper brushes that may not be screw-in. Don't know. There is nothing on their website that talks about it. I did find a video where this is a gentleman with the Barbers of Warwick, shows replacing a knot. I saw that video. I'll link it below. You will see this gentleman actually unscrew the knot and show you how it screws into a handle. Really, really surprising, because we talked about the body shaving brushes with the replaceable screw-in knots, and also Phoenix Shaving has a system where you can screw on different knots onto their handles. Really a neat idea, but this is something that Mueller offers. And Mark goes on to say, this means their brushes will last forever. Badger knots are only good for a few years. Once it's damaged, simply unscrew it and replace the knot. Anyone can do it. It really makes their brushes much more desirable. Seems like they would be pushing that fact. Now, yes, their screw-in knots are of Badger, and I also think some synthetic fibers as well. Again, Mark is correct. They don't do a very good job of outlining all this. Mark continues, if you take care of a Badger brush, it will still need to be replaced between 10 to maybe 20 years, but usually around 10. And he loves the fact now that all you have to do is screw in a new knot. It also means your brush, like a stainless razor, can be handed down to the next generation. And the possibility of buying a used brush, which is something I usually don't do, but now toss the old knot and insert a new one. That really is kind of neat. I really do like that process. And he seems to think that Mueller offers replaceable knots in these style brushes, the Mueller Traditional Roca, and Hexagon, and the Mula Cosmo, Stylo, and Purist. Amazon also carries the Mula replacement knots, so you can check on Amazon as well. And he says, like I keep saying, I'm always learning something new. Yeah, me too, Mark, and thanks very much for passing along this information. Really, really do appreciate it. He also offered some additional information about Badger knots, as long as we're on the topic. A smaller knot whips up a lather much faster. A Badger knot soaks in much of the lather before it lathers up in a bowl or on your skin. This is why a synthetic whips up a lather quicker. It doesn't soak up the lather. But a smaller Badger knot doesn't soak up as much lather, so it builds the lather faster. Watch pro barbers in videos. If they are using a natural hair brush, it's almost always a smaller knot, especially if it's a Badger. Look it up on YouTube. That is really a surprising piece of information. I'm going to look a little more closely at some of those videos of barbers using natural hair brushes to whip up a lather. I've already come across one or two. Mark shared one with me, and sure enough, the natural hair brush is a little bit of a smaller knot. So, the logic seems to work there. He also adds one other thing here. I have never seen a barber online using an Omega Pro bore brush. They may use an Omega, but it's always a smaller brush. If you find a barber using a large knot with natural hair, then flag it for me. Yeah, the Omega Pro bore brush is a very, very large knot. I happen to have one. It is very, very large. And I think you're correct, Mark. I don't think I've ever seen a video of a barber using that size knot in whipping up a lather. So something to look for down the road. And Mark, thanks for all the great information regarding the Mula shaving brushes. Folks, I'll link the Mula website and also the page where you can see some of their shaving brushes. It might require that you contact Mula directly to find out which of these brushes have screw-in knots. They really look really terrific. I like some of the handle designs, but again, there's one or two handle designs I'm looking at. I'm looking at the price point, about $40, $42, and it doesn't look like they're screw-in. So I'm going to have to do a little more detective work on that. And again, I'll link the website. I'll link the page to the shaving brushes. It might require that you send Mula an email regarding and asking which brushes are screw-in and which are not. Hey, Mark, thanks again for all the great information. Really do appreciate it. Okay, before we get out of here, it's the holiday season, and I wanted to recommend a Christmas movie for you. This is a wonderful, wonderful movie musical, perfect for the Christmas season. It's called Scrooge, starring Albert Finney from 1971. This is a delightful movie musical. It's rated G. It's suitable for the entire family. It's a retelling of Dickens's A Christmas Carol, all about Ebenezer Scrooge. It's done in a musical fashion. It is wonderful. The songs are upbeat and memorable. The way they tell the tale is very accurate to the story. Even Obi-Wan Kenobi, Alec Guinness, has a role in this movie. He pops up and his performance is absolutely fantastic, delightful, really a terrific, terrific, memorable movie musical. And it absolutely has a wonderful climactic showstopper number at the very end that you'll be whistling and remembering years to come. It really is a favorite of mine. I put it in every year to watch this movie. It just is a terrific movie that I think will become a family tradition for you and yours. Check it out, Scrooge from 1971, starring Albert Finney. Really, really terrific, terrific movie. And that wraps up another Second Cup. Thanks so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I sure hope you enjoyed today's show. If you did, Please share, please subscribe, and pass it along to a fellow wet shaver or friend. My thanks to everyone who contributed to today's show, and I mean this sincerely. Without you, this microphone would be silent. If Second Cup or the Monday Morning Mailbag aren't showing up in your regular podcast feed, please drop me a line at mondaymailbag@gmail.com and we'll try to get it all sorted out. So again, thank you all very much. I look forward to getting together with you again on these podcast airwaves. Until then, enjoy the day, enjoy your shave, and enjoy that second cup.